Awesome. Justified, do or die. Good morning, everybody. Justified or do it. Portlina, good to see you guys in here. Donita Fogelman, Mizm, I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, Caleb Maddox, that's my man. Check out Caleb Maddox, guys. Caleb Maddox is the man. He's somebody told me that they were giving me, thanks so much, man. Somebody told me that Caleb, they're like, Caleb inspired me today. Someone reached out to me to tell me the same thing. And I was like, they said, there's something I said inspired them. I said, that's great. And then they said, Caleb Maddox is a huge inspiration to me as well. So I want to give you that shout out, while you're here. Anthony Conklin, was great to speak with you yesterday. Now that's a true story, man. Someone told me that yesterday. So, Anthony Conklin, he's got a date. He's going to be interviewing Tony Robbins. It's going to be a huge event. I'm going to let everybody know when we get that date and everything is shored up. It's going to be phenomenal. I mean, Tony Robbins has changed my life, and he's changed lives of millions. And whether or not you believe in the things that he talks about or not is irrelevant. What matters is, do you have a different perspective in your life and how you see the world and how things change? And that's what matters most. Your ability to do that, your ability to see the world differently will dictate how your life changes as well. So if you see the world differently, your life gets better. That's just the way I look at it. So yes, thank you, Kim Spire, for being here. The Dragoness, Jess the Dragoness, good to see you as well. Thanks for being in here. Guys, thanks for sharing this. I gotta ask you guys a huge favor. I need to know who's new into the scope. Thanks so much, Caleb. You're the man. I really appreciate that. Hey, Wendy Satori, good to see you. That's awesome. I'm glad I was able to help. Central Station, what's going on? Central Station, Mizm 9, good to see you in a minute, man. You've been busy. Mizm 9 is, I think he has a barbershop or salon. He's doing some big things. I remember when we first jumped on Scope, he was like opening it up and stuff like that. E. Nicole, good to see you as well. Hope you're doing well, guys. I'm trying to find a good light because the light's not real. There it is. That's fine. Rush Impact Auto, thank you for inviting followers. Second timer in here, Elegant Fitness. Good to see you as well. Guys, do me a huge favor. You know my scope. A lot of you are familiar with the things I say and how I talk and what I share today. So I need you to do me a huge, huge favor. Hey, Carla H., good to see you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being new. I got two favors to ask you. The first is to invite your friends, invite your followers, share the scope, share the broadcast. You swipe up and share broadcasts on Twitter as well as invite your followers. Here's why. What matters most is your ability to share your gifts and your message out there. It's not just about, what you can do. It's or what you want or what you need. It's about being able to share your gifts with other people. And so when I go into other people's scopes, I make it a habit to share the broadcast because I only jump in scopes that I resonate with when I can and when I have time. And so I ask you, if this resonates with you, do me a huge favor and share this with other people as well. Let's try and get people in here because, again, it is easier to get a movement towards something when others are with us, especially if it's in a positive direction. You see what happens with a mob mentality. The reason why the mob mentality exists is because it gets people moving in a negative direction, right? There's strength in numbers. Let's have the same thing from a positive perspective. Let's have strength in numbers. I saw Tara Tate the Great slide in here. Good to see you, Tara Tate. You're phenomenal. Thanks for seeing you all the time. It's great for following us around. I really appreciate that. And Law, of course, for support. She's a bomb. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, today I want to talk to you about how much coffee. I haven't had coffee yet, Seth. I don't drink. Seth Goldstein. Hey, what's going on, Seth? Hey, Carla, good to see you. We're gonna talk soon this week. I think we have to put a time together to talk. I met Seth at a conference, at the AWeber conference. If you guys are familiar with AWeber, I met Seth at the AWeber conference, and he's a social media titan, doing a lot of great things in social media, and someone I really resonated with and respected. So I'm more than fortunate that you're in here. 300. This is Sparta. I agree. Move as one. I agree. That's a great analogy. And thanks so much. I haven't had coffee yet. What happens is I'm going to have coffee later. What I normally do is I drink water first, and then I keep it moving. Yeah, Seth, you're the man. He's doing a lot. I think he's based in Philly, in the Philadelphia area, and he's doing a lot of stuff with social, and he's like a thought leader in social. So, like a Robert C. Stern type guy, someone I really respect. So, I'm glad you're in here as well. I'm really fortunate. Let me tell you who I am before I go into the message. But the message today is real simple. It's going to be about either you experiment or your life depends on experimentation. I'm going to give you a quick analogy, something I thought about this morning as I was getting ready to leave my place. My name is Ebongeka. Good. My name is Ebongeka. I'm a certified public accountant in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm also the author of the best-selling business book, Start Me Up, The No Business Plan, which is a bestseller you can get on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, the Nook, the Kindle. You can also grab a copy from me at startmeupbook.com. Now, I'm also the founder of Economics. You see economics in all of the titles. Eka's my last name. And nomics is the focus on your mission, your mindset, and your money. Mission, mindset, money. I've noticed in life that those three areas have to be congruent. They have to be uniform. They have to be in a good place in order for you to live the life that you deserve, desire, and in order to live a life of prosperity and purpose. Plain and simple. If your mission's not set, right? If your mission's not set, if you don't have a purpose, why you get up in the morning, why you do what you do, you end up getting lost. If you don't have the mindset in order to enrich yourself, get your skills up, improve your life, nothing you try will work out for you. And the last is your money, whether it's in your career or entrepreneurship. Either way, career, entrepreneurship. Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. I get it. Career, entrepreneur. If you're not working on your money in that situation, money problems, financial problems, people struggle with that because they don't have the money mindset right. You get it? So that's the reason why I focus on economics. And so our goal is to work with individually with companies to help them get their income up, their sales up, the revenue up, and to try new things, and also brand in that way. So that's basically it. But today I want to talk to you about the importance of experimentation. So about less than a year ago, I bought 2 books. I read, as some of you may or may not know, I read books about anywhere from 2 to 4 books every month. I read a new book. I read plenty of books. So some of you guys seen me shoot video at my place. I got a bookshelf, but what you don't see is I got books on the floor because I got so many books. I'm reading all the time. And so last year, about a year ago, less than a year ago, I bought 2 books. It was a LinkedIn book and it was a book on Facebook. But the minute I bought it and it came in Amazon, I opened it up, I realized one simple thing. The technology had already changed. The technology had already changed by the time the book came out. So a lot of times you'll see books that come out that talk about a certain technology. By the time they're actually published, the technology's already changed, right? Less than a year ago, Meerkat was out about a year ago or so. So any book that's written on Meerkat will not be able to encompass. So say you started writing a book on Meerkat in January of last year. By the time the book comes out this year, because it takes about a year for a book to come out, and that's accelerated. Normally, some books take about a year and a half. So imagine it takes a year for a book to come out. By the time the book comes out, Meerkat has already changed. It's already pivoted. It already has different, more encompassing features. There are different things that are happening to it. So here's a simple thing I want to share with you. And now, how do you apply it to you in your life and into your business? There are a lot of people out there who don't want to take the chance to learn a new technology. There's some of you on the scope who have not done your first Periscope yet. And you keep telling yourself a story as to why you can't do it. Oh, thank you. No, mine won't be. My book is steeped in truths that are universal. You can take it back to the 1940s, the 1800s. It's the whole principles of business and money and solving problems. That'll never go away. So that'd be awesome, Tara Tate. And so a lot of people that haven't taken the first step. By the time you jump into your first step, remember this, when Periscope came out, you couldn't do landscape. When Periscope came out, you couldn't do other things. When Periscope came out, there's so many things you could not do. Now it is iterated. There's new things that are coming out. Blab has since come out as well as another force. Meerkat is kind of falling back a bit. Look what happened with, people don't realize this. I mentioned this in a Blab last night. How many of you are familiar with DJ Khaled, right? Put a 1 in the chat box if you've heard of DJ Khaled. You know, he's a DJ. He's always on, like, saying another one. You know, we're the best, like all that kind of stuff, right? People don't realize this, but exactly megapixel photo. That's exactly the point I was going to make, right? He's a Snapchat king. He's been looked at as one of the main driving forces for Snapchat exploding. Hey, Cynthia Bazin, Amazing Bazin, thanks for being in here. Check out Cynthia Bazin Scopes. She's on multiple times a day, killing it and trying to empower you to do new things. So check her out. There are people. I like Snapchat too, Seth. I'm learning a little bit more about how to message myself in it. So I'm kind of thinking about it a little bit. I haven't jumped into it. I have it, but I haven't jumped into it. But I plan on doing that relatively soon. But here's a simple point. There are people, what's happening with Snapchat is in the last 2 months, October, November, December, about 3 months or so, DJ Khaled has killed Snapchat. He is constantly on Snapchat. Hold on 1 second. He is constantly killing Snapchat. And so what ends up happening is a simple principle, is that it can take something as a third party to explode an app. And then when that happens, you have an opportunity, right? You have an opportunity. I can't remember what it is. That's how infrequent I am on it. I have to go check it out, Seth. And so you have an opportunity to jump on something, to be an early adopter, to be a new user. And so too many people, you sit on the sidelines and watch while other people become, influencers on a medium like Periscope or influencers on YouTube. Imagine if you were one of the first people to start launching videos on YouTube. What would your life be like? What would your business be like? So it's you either experiment or you innovate or you die. That's what happens in life and in business. Either you adapt to the new surroundings and the new systems that are happening. If you want to remain as a person who doesn't use pharmaceutical, doesn't use aspirin, right? And you want to fight colds and headaches yourself, that's fine. If you want to not do the new things that kind of make your life easier, right? And yet leverage, time by taking shortcuts through technology and innovation, fine. But that's the thing that you want to do. If you want to build your business and your life, you have to adapt. You have to innovate. And you have to be open to change. Exactly, guys. Hey, good morning, Mr. Williams. Good to see you in here, man. Mr. Williams is, I think he's a relationship therapist based in the Washington, D.C. area, doing amazing, great things. He's just north of the district. Phenomenal guy, has a lot of money-related scopes, family life-related scopes, and also blogs. So he's another guy you should check out. So guys, that's a quick message I want to leave with you today. It's a plain, very, very simple thing, simple principle. I want to empower you to do something. If you're sitting on the sidelines right now watching other people do periscopes, watching their periscopes, I love it when you watch my periscope, but I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you to do one of your own. I want you to think about what you want to do and share your message out with the world. You have a responsibility, not only to yourself and to your legacy, but you have a responsibility to your business and to the people in your community that you share your message and your gifts, right? The worst thing in the world is for somebody to keep their gifts and hoard them. And like the parable of the talents, right? If you do not share your gifts, what the hell are you doing? What are we doing on this earth? And so you see somebody on Snapchat, I'll talk to people and they'll always say something like this. Oh, my audience is not the teenagers. But what you don't understand is teenagers are on Snapchat. They are slowly leaving Snapchat, right? They left Facebook about 1.5 years ago, almost 2 years ago. They're on Instagram for a minute. They're going to leave Instagram in a second. They're going to be Snapchat and Insta, those two main areas. And then now there are millions of people who are on Yik Yak. Right? The people are on Yik Yak, chilling on Yik Yak, and then also after school, right? There's a youthification of apps. As all the older people start coming to the new apps, the new and improved apps, Snap's been around for over 2 years. But now as the older people start coming to the new apps, things start changing, right? So you got to understand and see how things are starting to iterate and how things are changing as well. So I want to empower you to do something like that. I want to empower you to take a look. It doesn't matter what you do for your business. That works for you. You do it. You try it. But I want you to try new things. I want you to look to innovate. If you don't innovate, you're going to lose. Guys, one last thing. Thank you so much for being here. So grateful. Good to see you guys. Good to see you as well. I just want to empower you to take a chance to do something in one direction, because if you don't move towards, where the fish are, it's going to be a challenge. Again, do not come up with a narrative as to why you can't get what you want, receive what you want, and live the life that you want. Don't make a narrative or a story as to why you can't try some of the new technologies out there. Does Periscope record? Yes, for 24 hours it does. For 24 hours. I'm on Catch, but I'm actually going to get rid of Catch. I'm going to get off of Catch soon and start. I save a lot of my videos. I'm going to start saving them and putting them in a separate place. I do one every day, pretty much. So. Oh, thanks for being here, guys. If you want to find abundance, yes, DMT Boston. Danielle, check out Danielle. She's phenomenal. Kim Spire, check her out as well. Both phenomenal people. Catch.me, integrity. Catch.me, it's Katch.me. And then search my name and you'll find it. I'm glad, so grateful. That's my point. Whether I had 1 person or 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people, I want to empower anybody who will listen to me to do an amazing thing. Hello, Breezy. Hello from a breezy Manchester. I have been to Manchester. I used to live in South London. I was playing in the NBL. It was the second division basketball league. We used to play in Coventry, which is near, Coventry, which is near Birmingham, and then Manchester is nearby. We played against a team in Manchester. This is like 16 years ago. So yes, I'm very familiar with Manchester. So love it. It's awesome. And Brad Burton. He's become a friend of mine. Nice guy. He's a Tony Robbins of the North. So I love the stuff that he does. Yes, innovate or die. Innovate, experiment, or die. You got to try new things. Don't create a story as to why you can't try something and enjoy your life and build your business. All right.